Hi, bonjour. I'm Vicky Teal, the fashion designer from Paris who just wrote her second book, The Absolute Woman. The book is coming out in October in 2018. I'm now going to be 75. The book is about feminine power, and I have in the book 10 points of feminine power that I want to discuss. I feel as if the world has changed and we now have to focus on feminine power as opposed to masculine feminine power. There's two different types. Feminine power is soft, masculine power is hard. We don't want to be like men. We don't want to copy men. We want to be soft and feminine and yet strong. Women have been in power for a very long time in the goddess culture, and today we're learning to come back and also be powerful. In my book, I mention the 10 points of feminine power, and I have them to read here, and then I'll discuss them. Number 1, follow your dreams. This is important. It's something I want to talk about, and I'm going to do just a video on follow your dreams and how, as following my dreams, I did every single thing I wanted without ever giving up. 2, don't dance with crazies. If anybody's mean to you, if someone bullies you, if someone is treating you badly, do not dance. Do not respond. Just look at them like this. Roll your eyes or do something, a smile, and walk. Do never answer back or fight or have any emotional attachment with someone who's crazy, nuts, mean, cruel. As a 5-year-old, as a 10-year-old, teach your children. Do not respond to somebody who's crazy. Ignore them, smile, send loving energy to them, but go away. 3, conceit is self-given. Be careful. What is conceit? Living in me world. The world is not me. The world is out here. It's everybody. That's the world. Me fits in the world or doesn't. And if you want everything my way or the highway, that's not going to work out. It's going to lead to unhappiness. So find your place in the world and think about others before yourself. Learn to love and think about others, and you'll be a happier person. Conceit is self-given. Be careful. We are in charge of our conceit and our emotions. And if we just practice every single day in saying, did I do me? Am I me on everything? Me. Do not become a me person. Your partner, your best friends, your children, first of all, think of their point of view. You don't have to win every war. It's not about you and the universe. It's about you fitting in happily in the universe. No sex for shoes. Oh my God. That means for women, we are not asking men for money for shoes or for anything. We're going to make our own money. From the time we can actually walk, talk, sing, dance, or do something, find a way to make money. Always get paid for whatever you do with your parents. Always demand a certain price. When you mow the lawn, whatever you do, you're going to start earning an income as soon as you can walk and move. If you can write, start writing very young. If writing pays, writing children's books. I started as a child sewing, and sewing was my way to make money. And by the time I was 12, I started my first business, and I've never stopped sewing and making money ever since then. No sex for shoes. Don't ever ask a man for money. Always make your own money, and if you have a partner, great, he can contribute. But be your own person. If you marry someone who makes less money than you, awesome. If you marry someone who has more money than you, awesome. But it's not about you getting paid by a man. That's kind of prostitution, having a man pay for you. I'm against it. I'm against us always making our own money. I'm from the 60s, and that's what we were all about. We wanted to change those little apron days in the 50s. We didn't want the aprons anymore. Or maybe have a guy, be flirt with him and be naked and have the apron on. But that's what the aprons were about. Working for men, being the housewife, no. We can be a fun housewife. We make our own money and we put the apron on for fun. But we are not employed by the men. You are what you drink. This is important in my book. I have pages and pages, chapters and chapters of my diet. I'm 75 years old. I have not been fixed. Everything's the original. I just look good at this age because of what I eat and especially what I drink. I write about forever and ever, you are what you drink. Our body is almost all water. 80% of our body is water. So the number one thing in making dresses for women all my life was touching their naked bodies and saying, oh my God, this one's really on Diet Coke. You know, you can feel the way the body makes bumps when you drink diet drinks. That's worse than Coke. But they put something in there to make you not, lose weight. I have no idea. I'm not in the Coke business. But I recommend water. I recommend water and more water and more water and stay slim. And if you do have an occasional drink, coffee, tea, something lovely, and if you have a drink and you're going to drink alcohol, a red wine. In France, we say that the Germans invaded us because they drank white wine. So a red wine is the color red, and that's really good for you. In my food stories, I write about the color red and purple. So read the book and understand what I mean about how much red and purple you have to eat per day to never be sick. I'm 75, haven't been sick, had a great time. Now I get to work all over the world and travel and do everything because I've had a wonderful, wonderful diet living in France for 50 years. You are what you drink. When you wash the dishes, wash the dishes. That's an old hippie mantra. What does that mean? When you wash the dishes, wash the dishes. Live in the moment. Live in now. Live right here. Wherever you are, live in the moment and be happy in the moment. Try to always be happy. Throw negative thoughts out of your head. And if you can practice meditation, which I've done since I'm from the 60s and we were all wild hippies, meditate, sit down, and have your thoughts come in and go out. Come in and go out. Don't focus on, why did they say that? Why did they do that? What was that all about? Focus on the moment. Live today. Live in the now. Live in the moment. When you wash the dishes, wash the dishes. I don't have a dishwasher, by the way. Marry the man who loves you the most. Oh la la. This is totally French. We're not exactly in France, into the man who has the highest position, the biggest movie star, the president of the bank. In France, I learned this. Marry the man who loves you the most. I'm sure ever since women started 35,000 BC, some big guy that lifted stones and everything and did all that loved you and wanted to make a nice hut for you. That's the man who loves you the most. Don't go chasing after men. Women, we must never do that. That's part of feminine power. Feminine power is not chasing that. Let the men chase. We're women. We're lovely. We don't need to do that. Marry the man who loves you the most, who treats you the best, who's kind and good. And I have all the lists of all the things we need of the men we must not marry in the book. So please look at that. For personal peace, become one with nature. Why not? What is wrong with the world? Are we busy looking at what we have to do, driving somewhere, going somewhere, meetings? Why not just sit down 3 or 4 times a day in a chair and watch the clouds, watch the trees, watch the birds? And at that time, it's a good time for prayer. It's a good time to connect with the higher powers and God and all of that's around us, to sit and become one with nature. I love it. I have 2 country homes, one in a mountain and one in a farm. And I get to enjoy both colors of the spring leaves and the fall leaves in the 2 different homes. I live on a riverbank and I get to watch the river flow. And I'll tell you, if you just live on a riverbank and watch the river flow, you don't think about anything. You just watch the flow. And if you can do that, you clear your mind and you clear your angst and you clear your unhappiness, and don't maintain a thought. Don't retain a thought. Have them go through like the river. And live for love. Love every second of your life. Love everybody around you. And if people aren't nice to you, let them go. Don't worry about it. Love somebody else. Love whoever's around you that's lovely. Love your friends. Love the shopkeepers. Send love to everybody around. And the bus driver, the cab driver, the personal shopper in the store. Just be lovely to everybody. Send the happiness. Send the smiles. Send the love. And it comes back. It comes back. So love every second of your life. If something doesn't work out, if something isn't right, If it's not solved, you can't see a solution right now, later. Wait another day. Wait a day after. If you haven't achieved what you wanted to achieve, don't suffer, don't sulk, don't whatever. Read a good book, watch a TV, watch the stars. Everything will happen in its time. And if it's not going to happen, it's not meant to happen. So just be happy. Learn that happiness, smiling, and not being worried and me, and loving every second, every moment of your life, you get paid back. It comes back. You get rewards. Happiness spreads. Love spreads. So please try to be happy. Live for love. Love your life. Love every second. And last of all, be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Be yourself. Be who you are. Don't try to say, well, how am I perceived? I'm not perceived right. I have to do this. I have to do that. This one's doing that. This lady's wearing high-heeled shoes and I don't. My hair isn't right. It's not the right color. Everybody else is brown and I'm blonde. Don't worry about how you're perceived. Be happy with who you are. Put a pink ribbon in your hair. Dress yourself up. Make yourself happy. Be happy with being you. But don't focus on it like me. Just be happy. I'm me. I'm me. I'm who I am, and I'm going to spread who I am out there with love and happiness, and you'll see how the world comes to you. You'll see what you can gain, how much you can gain, how much love you can give out, and how much love you take in. Thank you.